Good morning and welcome to this episode of Superior Angling. Yes, we are putting on the Striker climate suits. It is cold. Yes, we have the big Lund right here and we are up on the Rainy River. It is November and we are going to head out here and target walleyes again on the Rainy River. So temps have been very, very cold this past couple weeks, and especially today. It's about 24, 25 degrees right now. Calm winds right now. We have some wind coming later in the day that's going to make fishing a little bit challenging. However, walleyes out here should be active. Again, the bite out here can be very, very good this time of year. It can almost rival how good it is in the springtime. We're going to change up tactics a little bit versus, contrasting the fall with the spring. However, we're going to be fishing very, very similar to how we do in the springtime. We can tell on the way up, we can see the river. It is high. How high? We don't quite know until we're going to get the boat out there and see how fast this current is moving. But this water is very, very high. So again, it's like that in the springtime too. So it kind of makes fishing a little more challenging, but once you find the fish, they should be stockpiled there and you should have a very, very good day. So with that being said, we are going to take our time back in the boat into the water. It's kind of icy, kind of slippery. When it's this cold, you just got to slow down and so nothing can go wrong. But again, the plan for today is jigging walleyes on the Rainy River. Stick with us. It's going to be a good one. Oh, fish, big fish. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Big fish, big fish.
Now that's a sweet October muskie.
Fish, 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 fish.
That's a big Atlantic, boys.
All right, we have the boat in the water. Landing was a little bit icy, but when you're fishing this time of year, you just want to be prepared. Have salt, have a shovel in your truck, and nothing too bad. It can happen. So another important thing for fishing this time of year is make sure your motor is peeing. Make sure water is coming out of the motor. That's the water that cools down your engine. If it's not, sit at the landing and idle for a while until it does start to come out, because it freezes up easily this time of year. So we are good. We're going to avoid using live wells, avoid using compartments because it is cold and everything is frozen this time of year. We're drifting down river at about 3.5 miles an hour right now. The water is very, very high. This is even higher than in the springtime sometimes. So we're going to focus on current breaks, current seams, bends in the river, areas behind islands, back eddies. Those are all spots that you want to concentrate on when water is very high on any river system. 37-degree water. It's cold. But again, these walleyes should be going. I think we're going to be in for a fun day. We're just going to idle downriver a little bit here. We're going to jump around a lot of different places today, fish a lot of different areas, and it should be good. Lots of fish, boys. Ooh, big fish here. Off the main current and a little back eddy here, slack water. First fish of the day here. Feels like a stud too. Let's hope it's a walleye. Ooh, this feels like a big one, boys. Just got that rod bent. Ready, Kev? Oh, that's a stud, dude.
That's a nice one.
Woo-hoo! That's what you covered for right there. That big sucker. Holy man.
That's a nice fish.
Yes, that is. Wow. Look at that, buddy. Woo! Wow, that's a stud, boys. Woo! That might go 9 pounds there. That's a fatty. Look how thick that thing is. Shoulders. That's a beautiful walleye. All right, let's get this big girl back. Swim another day. Gonzo. There we go. No way, attaboy.
Feels like another good one. Oh, good eater size. These current walleyes fight so hard. I love it. Flip this one. A nice one there. Oh, 16 inches. Pretty. Send that one back. There's another fish.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one, boys. Three casts, 3 fish so far. Gotta like that. Another eating size one. Got him underneath. That just tells you to just pin it to the bottom. God, another nice walleye though. 15 incher. Great fish. Fun fight. They're loaded right there. Seems like when my jig gets right there, pop every time. Got those strong current coming down. It's just swinging right back in here. And these fish are just sitting in this little seam right there. That's 3 casts in a row. 3 fish.
There it is.
Nice.
There's the fish. Right in Busker's honey hole. I came to this side of the boat, made 1 cast, and there it is. But again, that's no surprise this time of year when the water is this high. Not a bad walleye. We'll get him back just because it's cold. They don't want his fins to freeze. But again, no surprise. Water is very, very high. Your fish are going to be congregated. When the water is very low, your fish are going to be spread out. So when the water is extremely high like it is right now, it makes finding them more difficult. But once you find them, it's a precision bite, precision casting, and it's going to be loaded. And that's exactly what's going on right here. There's 20, 30 fish sitting right there in that current seam, and they're glued. All around us back in here, there's no fish. If it was low water, they'd be scattered all about through here. But since it's high, you really got to focus on current seams in areas out of main current, but directly adjacent, close to it. So that's exactly what's going on there. And yeah, that's quite a few fish in the boat now in a very, very short period of time. So I think we're onto something.
When we care about something, it shows. To help protect these things, call on the knowledge and experience of a local independent insurance agent that you know and trust. Some things we just can't afford to lose. And that is why we exist. Because the worst brings out our best. Holden Insurance, Duluth and Superior.
It's summer again at Marine General, and we're here to get you on the water.
Kayaks, canoes, and paddleboards, water sports, knee boards, wetsuits, ropes, and leg vests, rain gear, marine safety, electronics of all kinds, rods and reels, trolling motors, rod holders, and all kinds of accessories for your boat, live bait, lures, and a crew that appreciates your business.
This spring, shop the great selection of Lund and Crestliner fishing boats at RJ Sport and Cycle. Our knowledgeable staff is here to answer all your questions and help you get on the water. We sell both aluminum and fiberglass boats, suitable for a variety of applications. Full windshield models, side consoles, tillers, and more. We sell them all. Don't forget, we also carry pontoons. RJ Sport and Cycle is your leading Lund dealer in the area. Visit us in store or check us out online today.
Oh, Jesus. Big fish, big fish, big fish, big fish. That feels heavy. He just throttled it, man. Just thunk, like right away. I just knew it was a big fish, just the way he hit. This is what you come here for. There's big, big potential. It just seems whether it's in the springtime or in the fall, it's always just nasty conditions, but fishing is definitely world class And this fishing is starting to heat up right here. This is gonna be a big walleye. My drag reel's kind of frozen. We got ice in the guides. That's a nice walleye. That's a nice walleye. Not massive proportions, but a solid 26, 27 inch fish. Come on, baby, get the net. Oh, hands are numb. Oh, she's just working me. And these fish have an extra advantage with all the current right now. They're hard to get in. It makes that fight even longer and more fun, but a little more nerve-wracking when you have a big walleye on like this. There we go, Kevin with the net job. That's a nice walleye there. Look at that walleye, guys. That is a heavy, heavy fish. Maybe not even 25 inches, but just the girth on her. Heavy fish. Awesome, just cracked that jig. Heck of a fight. Come here, big girl. Let's get the hook out here, right in the corner of the mouth. There, done. Gorgeous Rainy River walleye on a cold November day. Hey, fishing's it's starting to heat up. It's getting close to that level of how good it is in the springtime, and we're like the only boat out here. It doesn't get any better than that. Let's get this girl back. All right, there you go, girl. There she goes. That's what it's all about. That is why you come here, and that warms you up inside. What a fish. What a fish. But again, when you get bit, if you get one, you really got to thoroughly work that area, because more than likely the spot's going to be loaded. We're going to give this another 20 minutes, half hour, keep plucking off these fish and move, because we have tons of areas that we have identified, or you can identify when water's really high. Current breaks, current seams, bends in the river, islands. There's a ton of structure here to fish. It's going to be a fun day. There he is. Good fish too. Good on? Yep.
Like another good walleye here. I'm just slowly popping it, hitting bottom, popping it, hitting bottom, popping it, and boom. That wasn't bottom. This feels really nice here. Wow, another good one. Look how pretty that is there. Another nice walleye. Chunky fish there. Jig right in the top of the mouth too there. Pop that out. Oh yeah. Just thick too. I'll send this one back. So this is a Northland jig here. It has a nice long shank, and I'm really liking that, especially if you're using shiners or whatnot, or bigger minnows. You can really feed that hook down there. Get a lot more hook ratio on there for a fish to eat though. I went with a bigger, heavier jig to stay with bottom more. I think this is a 1/2 ounce, I want to say. Right next to the boat. This feels like another good one here. Oh boy, nice head shakes. That's a heavy fish here. Wow, that's a good one. Look at that swirl. Just peeling line. Another big High Falls walleye. Rainy River. Here we go. Ooh, ooh. You see that thing? Hey, Kev. Woo-hoo! Another toad. Heck yeah. That is a very nice one. Another nice Rainy River walleye there. Not as fat as that first big one, but that is still another nice fish. I'd say 25 inches or so. Just smoked it right both sides. Cool. It's a dandy.
Alrighty, here is our next spot. So the river's coming down. It's kind of a neck down area. There's a lot of currents. Whenever the river gets more narrow, there's gonna be more current there. And with more current, means that there's gonna be a back eddies. Now we're gonna kind of idle down, go through kind of where all this current is, and then come back up around off on this side here. And again, we've never fished here before, but there's slack water that we can see, and it definitely looks good. It's an area we identified while traveling earlier today. So we're gonna get up in there and pitch some jigs, but again, it's all just about finding water that's not moving as fast as the middle of the river, and that's where those walleyes are gonna be. And kind of a common theme, especially this time of year, is depth of water. You got to pay attention to depth of water, because there's a lot of these eddy spots that you can have the right current, but it's going to be far too deep or far too shallow. With the water this high, a lot of really good spots that look like, from a water movement perspective, they'd be good to fish, but they're sitting out over 30, 35 feet of water, which is too deep. So right now we have good water in about 12 to 15 feet of water total depth, and that seems to be key today. So every single fish we've caught today has been in about 12 to 15, 16 feet max. Nothing really shallower, nothing deeper. So that's kind of another piece of the puzzle is, yes, you want slack water or slacker water, but you also don't want to be too deep or too shallow. He hit it good right below the boat. That's a nice walleye. That is a nice walleye. Look at him, he just ate that jig. And this jig is it's called the Smelt Head from Nishini Lure Works, and have a drop shot minnow on there. Yes, it's an intended plastic to be used on drop shots, but it's great to add to these lures to increase the profile of them. I had a minnow on there as well, but that's the result. That's a nice looking walleye. But yeah, the jig head kind of glides in the water a little bit more. It's nice just to pop it up, get it to move a little bit, and then that walleye just cracked it. That's a good fish. Oh, there's a fish. Got him. There we go. On the current seam again. He just thunked it too, man. Look at that walleye. Just thunked it. Perfect hook set. He attacked that jig. Cold front conditions, cold water. You kind of think you won't have aggressive walleyes, but sure enough, guys, they are on fire today. A lot of walleyes in the boat today. Heck of a day, heck of a day. Jigging minnow. Been using a plastic every now and then just to enlarge the presentation, but we've always had a minnow on and just kind of picking apart areas. There we go. That's a big fish. That's a big fish. He just cracked it. Stay pegged, baby. Stay pegged. It feels like a good one. Just kind of straight below the boat. It's just a slow up and a slow down. You just gotta remember that this time of year. It's a good fish. They have such an advantage in this current. And I've never seen current of this magnitude in the fall before. But it is just incredible how high it is. But these fish don't care. Fishing is great, and you can kind of count on this year in and year out. When most of the Minnesota deer hunters hit the woods, this bite turns on, and you kind of have the whole river to yourself. Like, there's not many boats out here. Oh yeah, that's a nice walleye. There's not many boats out here. Fishing is still excellent. There she is here. There we go, guys. That's a big walleye on a cold November day. Beautiful. Oh, are they gorgeous this time of year? Wow. Full of energy, full of spunk, cold weather. This is awesome. That is a nice one. Oh man, they are so heavy up here. Look at that fish, full of spunk, healthy, I don't know, 23, 24 inches. But the thing to note is, look at where that jig is. It's just choked, and that's how aggressive and how hard these fish hit. That's a very nice walleye. Very nice walleye. I just love it. Seems like no matter what the species is, the colder and the more miserable the temperatures, the better the fishing is. And we've definitely experienced that today. That's an awesome walleye. Let's get it back. There she goes. That is cool. It's getting like nasty out. Oh, I just got throttled. Oh, yeah. My goodness, that's a big fish, Busker.
I nailed it.
I hesitated like a second because I had to switch hands and get a good hook set on him. That thing just absolutely smoked it. It felt as if I was using a jig and plastic, but we have live bait on. Oh. It feels decent, like it feels like a good fish. With so much current, but again, the theme for today is finding areas out of main river current. That's all it's about. And this guy just cracked it. And we'll show you here what kind of structure we're on. Oh, that there's a beauty of a Rainy River walleye. On one of the coldest days I think I can remember of me being in a boat. Oh, that's a hefty fish. Hefty fish. Oh, look at that. That's a gorgeous fish, just stocky, all of, I don't know, 24, 25 inches. Just crushed that jig too. I mean, that hit was just, I mean, it pulsated through the rod and into your arm, and I knew it was gonna be a good one. That's a beautiful, beautiful fish on a cold November day. All right, come on, girl. My hands are numb. There they go. They fight so hard in this current. And let's go over kind of where we are right now. Let's get situated. So the main river flows down in here. It's kind of a pinch point, so the water it's really ripping out there in the middle, and it's deep too, like 30, 35 feet. But here there's a kind of a big back eddy that comes back around. So we're looking downriver, but the current's actually coming at us right now because of this back eddy, and that's where that walleye was. So just sitting right up here in 6, 7, 8 feet of water, and just kind of bouncing our jig down with that back eddy, and it just smoked it. But again, it's something different. It's getting out of that main river current, which is where all these fish have been today.
This week's health tip is brought to you by St. Luke's, the patient above all else.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sarah Lund. I'm an infectious disease physician at St. Luke's Hospital in Duluth, Minnesota. Here's today's health tip. When pickling fish, which is delicious, I love pickled northern, remember that to effectively kill all of the potential tapeworms and parasites in fish, that it needs to be pickled appropriately. You should freeze the fish to 0 degrees Fahrenheit for at least 48 hours before brining and pickling your fish. This will kill all of the potentially dangerous parasites. Enjoy your pickled northern.
This spring, shop the great selection of Lund and Crestliner fishing boats at RJ Sport and Cycle. Our knowledgeable staff is here to answer all your questions and help you get on the water. We sell both aluminum and fiberglass boats, suitable for a variety of applications. Full windshield models, side consoles, tillers, and more. We sell them all. Don't forget, we also carry pontoons. RJ Sport and Cycle is your leading Lund dealer in the area. Visit us in store or check us out online today.
At Walleyes Trailer Sales, customer experience and satisfaction is our top priority. Located in Esco, Minnesota, we stock a full lineup of enclosed trailers, snowmobile trailers, and cargo trailers from brands such as Aluma, Look, Pace, and more. While you're here, shop the largest selection of Mahindra tractors in the area. Our skilled parts and service team is here to tackle all your repair needs. Walleyes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
he just hammered that. Feels like a pretty good fish. He might have some weight to him.
Ooh,
That's a nice one, Grant.
it's a big one.
That's a big one right there.
Nice walleye.
That's a chunky walleye. Here it comes.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Wow. Woo! That is a nice fish.
Dude, I told you were gonna get the big one.
Nice fish.
I told you.
Heck yeah. Wow. We have about half hour left of fishing for the day. Wow, what a fish. It just engulfed my jig. And that was a fun fight. Really fun. Awesome. We got snow, all different types of weather we've had, and fish just keep biting.
You got a bruiser, buddy.
This thing absolutely cracked it.
We did our closing. We thought Kevin's fish was our last fish. Busk and I are like, no, we got to make a couple more casts. This is like 2 casts later. It's another monster.
I can't even move it. This is a walleye. This thing's huge, dude.
Is it?
This is a walleye.
It's gonna be a big one, bud. It's gonna be a big one.
Oh, come on.
The video probably looks a little different because our main camera, all our memory cards are full for that camera. That's how many fish we've caught today. So we're using our main aerial camera to shoot right now. That's when you know you have a crazy day, when the memory cards are full. What a day it's been. I'm getting jealous. Kevin's was right at 30 inches. This one is,
Yeah, if it's a walleye,
if it's a walleye, it's gonna be huge too. And I hate to say it, but we're not going until I hook one of these fish.
This current is so heavy too.
That's gonna be a big fish, man. That's a big fish. This is why you come to the rainy, guys. This snow is incredible. Conditions today go from wind, partly sunny, cloudy, no wind, snow. It's just been a day of weather chaos. Here it is.
Oh,
that's a big fish, buddy.
Seen the mercury went back down.
That's a big fish, buddy. Woohoo! Look at that.
Yeah, that's another toad. Wow.
Here thought we were done at the last 30 incher. This is another big fish here, guys. That is a heck of a fish. All right, I think this is officially our ending because it is pretty much dark out here. Let's get this big girl back. What did you go, 27 and a half?
27 and a half.
Pretty much a 30 followed by a 27 and a half. I mean, what more could you ask for? Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.